Today is Vlogmas day 7, so been doing this officially for a week. Alright, so here's my sourdough starter. As you can see, it's very bubbly. Alright, so I'm gonna start some beef broth with beef bones. So for the kids project today, craft project, they are going to, this one's for Judah, it's like color the candy cane by number, so like red is 1, 2 is white. I'm going to decorate for Christmas. So I got both. Hey guys, good morning. Today is Vlogmas day 7, so been doing this officially for a week, so that's kind of cool. This morning has been rough. I've been up since like 6, which I would love to do on my own, but I woke up at 6 this morning. Jonathan, my youngest, he's got a cough, so he's still getting over that, and so it's waking him up, and he's really irritated with it, and so we were up doing that, nursing and all that kind of stuff. So we're all really gunky coffee kind of people right now, so it's just been fun. But anyway, I'm about to make myself some breakfast, and it's gonna be a smoothie with, I was so excited, but yesterday one of the supplements that I've been wanting, and I actually won this. It's really expensive, so I probably wouldn't have bought this on my own unless somewhere down the road when we had more money. But this is called, it's by Sunrider, which is a company I've talked about on here a couple times. But it's a company that sells whole food supplements. They also sell a lot of whole food just products, and they have a lot of powders like Vita Shakes. They have this is their Sunfit Protein Plus, and it has a flavor of caramel macchiato, and it tastes so amazing. It's so good. And it has all good natural ingredients. They're all non-GMO, above organic ingredients, and super great for you. And so I'm going to be trying this in a smoothie, and oh man, it tastes so good, you guys. It's just so good. I'm so excited because this is like super, it's a lot. You don't need a lot of it, and this should get me by for a month, or hopefully 2 months, I'm hoping. But anyway, so I'm gonna put that in and have breakfast. So I've been really wanting to focus on my health, and this is one of the things I was really excited about getting. It's just gonna help me be healthier and feel better and get the nutrients my body really needs, especially while I'm nursing. So anyway, let's make it. Alright, so I have my shake, and it's actually really good, or smoothie, whatever. A little sweeter than I like, so maybe if I did this again I wouldn't add so much banana, but it still tastes good and definitely worth drinking. Anyway, all of us are just still dealing with this stupid gunk going on. Like, I don't think anyone's contagiously sick or anything. It's just like the symptoms that keep hanging on for dear life, you know. Yeah, you know, like those symptoms that you have after you're sick, like of just feeling like you have so much gunk and everything's just still up there, but you don't feel super sick or anything. It's kind of how we're all feeling. All the kids still have coughs and are hating it, and oh, it's just awful, you know. Like, I hate colds like this because they just linger. Even if you're feeling much better and you're not like super sick, it still lingers. Like the symptoms linger forever. That's what we're dealing with this morning anyway. For some reason we're all just a little bit more gunky. So I'm hoping with some healthy eating and some immune boosting stuff that we're going to be taking, that will help take away these symptoms that are just so aggravating. Anyway, so today's agenda, I am going to be vacuuming the floors, and this time I am going to vacuum the floors. I folded the laundry, and then dinner started, everything kind of just went crazy, so I wasn't able to vacuum yesterday, but I plan on fully plan on vacuuming the whole house, hopefully doing some dusting as well, but we'll see. And then I'm going to be making some sourdough bread because we are all out of our bread, and I make all of our own bread from scratch. And before you think, oh my word, you're just wonderful, you make all your own bread. It's really easy. I've got it down to a pretty good schedule of making bread, and so it's really easy. It's kind of just a force of habit anymore. And the way I make my sourdough bread is very easy and very hands-off. Like, I don't have to do as much. I mean, it's hands-on, but it's hands-off. Like, in other words, I don't have to do a ton with the dough. I mix it, I do a few stretches and folds, and I let it rise for a few times, and then at the end of the day, I let it sit overnight in the fridge, and then in the morning I bake it. So it's really a simple method, and but yeah, I'll be taking you guys throughout my day, and you'll get to see how I make my own sourdough bread. Alright, so, and that's all I have. Oh, and decorating for Christmas. I have the bins out, so hopefully after I vacuum and get that done, we can decorate. Cross my fingers. Hopefully this works. And then I gotta figure out dinner. But yeah, so let's go ahead and jump right into this crazy day. Alright, so here's my sourdough starter. As you can see, it's very bubbly and very much, it's high, so like, what's the word? Anyway, it's bubbly and active. So in an active state, it rises, and in a non-active state, it doesn't rise, it just sits there. And so this is very active. I fed it last night and put it in the fridge so that it wouldn't rise too quickly. Sorry, my camera's not working. There we go. But yeah, so that it wouldn't rise too quickly and then it would fall. So I put it in the fridge, and then this morning I took it out so it would warm up a bit and rise some more. And it has, and it's super active, very active and bubbly. And then a good way to test to make for sure that your starter is active and bubbly is take a spoonful out and put it in some water, and it should float. If it doesn't float, then it's inactive. If it floats, like as you can see here, sorry my dirty dishes, but anyway, you can tell it's floating, and that's a pretty good sign. That is a good sign. That means that it's active and ready to use. So anyway, now that it's ready to use, I'm gonna go ahead and start making some sourdough bread. Alright guys, so the things that I use to make my sourdough bread with are a scale, bowl, obviously sourdough starters, and salt, water, and flour. I use a scale to measure out my ingredients just because I believe that that's easier and causes less dishes. You can totally do measuring cups, that's totally fine, but I am using a scale because I like doing it. Sorry if my camera goes in and out of focus, it's just having issues today. I don't know what the deal is. But anyway, so those are the things I'm going to use, and so I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do this.
Alright, so first I take the bowl and I put it on the scale and zero out the weight. Then I'm going to add 730 grams of water to the bowl. And then after I'm done with that, I'm going to also zero out the water weight so that I can add my starter. Now I'm going to add 250 grams of sourdough starter. Make sure it's active and bubbly. And then after that, you're going to mix it all together. I use my fingers. You do not have to use your fingers. I just find it's easier and wastes less dishes, or at least makes less dirty dishes. And you're just going to mix it till it's milky and combined well together. You can use a whisk if you would rather. And after that's done, I'll take the bowl and I'll put it back on the scale, zero it out, and now I'll be adding the flour. I add 1,000 grams of flour to the bowl. With all the flour, I'm going to go ahead and mix all the ingredients together with my hands. You can do this with a spoon. You could do it with there's special spoons designed to mix dough together with, but I'm just going to use my hands. You're going to mix till it's a shaggy dough, and I just kind of keep doing it for you want to do this for 3 minutes, and once 3 minutes hits, it starts to get more elastic and it doesn't want to stick to your hands as much. And so some of the dough will come off your hand eventually and start sticking back to the dough.
Alright, so now I'm just going to cover it with a cloth and let it sit for a while. Actually, I might do this with a plate. Either way, I'm covering it, and then I'll wait an hour and a half, and then I'll add salt and do the first stretch and fold phase. Technically this is the first stretch and fold phase, but you have to mix it all together, then you stretch and fold it for 3 minutes. That's what I just did. It's a lot of work on your hand, so if you want, you can always get they specially make spoons for sourdough bread. They're like mixing spoons or whatever. Anyway, so you could totally get those, and that's something I would love to have, but I don't have that. So I use my hand, and it's a stretching and folding process, but it's very sticky on your hands. But yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna cover it, wait an hour and a half, then put the salt in, and then I will go ahead and do the second stretch and fold phase. Alright, so I'm gonna start some beef broth with beef bones. These bones have a lot of meat on them, so I'm going to make a broth with them, and then after they're done for a couple of hours simmering, then I'm gonna go ahead and take them out, and then I'll save them for bone broth later. But I'm gonna add a little bit of apple cider vinegar. This kind of just helps, I think, draw out a few things. I'm not 100% sure. I should look into that, but it's a good idea to add apple cider vinegar to broths. Most of the time that's more for bone broth, but you can also do it to your just meat broths, and that works too. But anyway, and this is my homemade apple cider vinegar, by the way. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on low, and mostly because I want it to simmer and cook the meat slowly and not super quickly. But I also don't want to leave it on as long as bone broth, because you're not trying to get the stuff from the bones, you're mostly trying to get the broth from the meats, or from the meat part of it. Then you can just press enter, and then cover, and let sit for, I'll probably let it sit for several hours. I'm just gonna watch it and make sure it doesn't boil too much.
Over mine, but now it's doing me.
Anyway, I'm gonna let that cook for probably most of the day, but not too much. So tonight it'll be done. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let that sit. We have a hole here that this crock pot was given to me. I had my other one, but it broke, and so this one has a hole in it, so I always have to put a towel on there so it actually does its job. But anyway, so that's cooking.
Okay, so it's been about an hour and a half, maybe 2, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the dough back on the scale, zero it out, and add the salt. I add 24 grams of salt, and then once you've done that, you're gonna take your hands or whatever you want to use, and you're going to mix in the salt. Just mix it in really well until it's all combined, and then while you're doing that, you're also gonna do the second stretch and fold phase. You're just gonna stretch that dough and you're gonna fold it. I would use wet hands because it's easier and it helps the dough not stick to your hands so much. But yeah, you're just gonna keep doing that for about 1.5 to 2 minutes. Next, I'll cover it and let it rise until it's doubled in size.
Alright, so for the kids project today, craft project, they are going to, this one's for Judah, it's like color the candy cane by number, so like red is 1, 2 is white, and then there's some of these, kind of fun Christmas theme. These are actually from their Sunday school class. My mother-in-law is their Sunday school teacher for this season anyway, and so they didn't get to go last Sunday, so she brought them here, so this is what they're gonna be doing. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and do that.
Oh my Jesus! It doesn't cover mine. Here, I'll give it other different color.
Alright, Mommy's gonna read you guys a story. Yep, good job, Judah. While you guys color, okay? Quite the morning of just craziness. I don't know. They already had lunch, cleaned up that. They did their little craft thing too and all that, but Kyla's still not doing well. Like, seems like she's getting worse. So we're gonna just watch her. I'm gonna lay her. She's on the couch watching a cartoon, and so she's literally falling apart at the seams, like everywhere. It's just not feeling good. And then Judah is fighting there. It's like a constant. When one of them doesn't feel good, it's like they butt heads, and it's not fun. Anyway, so I'm gonna try and finish up these dishes that are still from this morning and lunch. I'm gonna try and vacuum, like I've been trying to for days. It's alright. God gives us Himself to always run to, right? So I'm doing a lot of like, Lord help me today kind of moments. So anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna try and do this, and then hopefully I can vacuum. Then maybe I can decorate. We'll see. Okay, so now I'm gonna start vacuuming in here. This is our bedroom. Then Kyla's room, Judah's room, hallway. Go back here and then put the kids down for a nap, and then I'll probably finish out there. So. Quite a headache. My oldest had a huge tantrum, which is fine. Part of motherhood is dealing with attitudes and tantrums, which is just standing. Anyway, so that took a while, but I was able to vacuum the back of our house, so like all the bedrooms and the hallway. And I haven't done the main area yet, and I don't think I will until the kids are up. So, because I really want to, and I need some stress relief, I am going to decorate for Christmas. So I got both of my Christmas boxes. I'm gonna open them up, see what I've got, and then I'll take out the stuff that doesn't go on the tree, and I'll decorate that stuff. And then when we get a tree, hopefully this Saturday, we'll go ahead and decorate it then. So, all right, let's get decorating. My cats are like not happy that I have not let them in. They're waiting for me. They're like, it's cold out here. But they're barn cats, they're used to it, so I'm not gonna let them in. I know, I'm a terrible person. All of these decorations aren't gonna go on the tree, so I got those all out, and then the stuff that does go on the tree are still in the boxes. So this is what I have to work with. I'm a very minimalist, I guess. I'm not a minimalist, but when it comes to Christmas and decorations, I'm very minimal. And so this is all I have. I would like to add to my collection just a bit, like maybe a like townhouse set. Would love that, and would love to find a dish set that's Christmas, but I haven't found one that I like yet. But anyway, so, and I also want to change up our stockings. So for the first time, my husband surprised me. They didn't do stockings growing up, and he didn't think they were really necessary, but I really loved them growing up. And so last year he gifted us stockings, and he said, well, since you really want to, let's do it. So he got these for us, but I'd like to do some more old-fashioned looking stockings, and so I'm trying to find a good place to buy them. I had a thought of making them and crocheting them, so I might do that too. I like these, but it would be nice to get the kids some nicer ones. These are just cheap from Walmart that were cute and the kids like them enough, but I'd really like to make our own. So I don't know, but something I gotta think on, that's for sure. I also have all these cool towels, but I have to wash them all because they've been in storage. So I'm gonna go put those in the tree clothes, wash them up, and then I'll use them. This is kind of fun. This is, Josiah made this when he was a kid, and it's for a candle. And so it's kind of cool. It's been one of our decorations since we got married. It's kind of neat. And then this I found somewhere, but it's a kid nativity scene. And so it's kind of fun. The kids get to play with that every year. I'm trying to find a nativity scene. We still don't have our own. We have this one, but I would love to get a nativity set. So that's something I have my eye on. I really would like a nativity set.
So the dough doubled in size after a couple hours, and now I'm gonna do the last stretch and fold phase. Just wet your hand and stretch and fold. This will be the last time you do this, and I would just do it for maybe less than a minute or 30 seconds or something, just till it's nice and tight. And then you're going to cover it and let it double in size one more time before you mold it and put it in its proofing baskets. And now my beef stock is done and looking great. It's nice and golden. The liquid looks amazing. And now I just have to unplug it and let it cool so that I can strain the meat out of the liquid. And so it's gonna sit there for a couple hours till it's cool.
Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me and decorating and learning how, and while I showed you how I do my sourdough bread, doing all kinds of things today. It was a bit of a stressful day with my kiddos, but still a good day, and I got lots done, which is good. I will vacuum tonight after dinner. But anyway, on the topic of bread though, so I haven't finished it quite yet. I did do the second or the third stretch and fold cycle, and then it's gonna double in size tonight, and then right after dinner or before dinner, whenever it doubles in size, I will put it in a little proofing basket, and I'll cover that with cloth, and then I'll put it in here, and it will rise overnight in the refrigerator. And then whenever I want, within the next 2 days or tomorrow or whatever, when I want to bake it, I'll take it out of the fridge and bake it in my Dutch oven. Tomorrow, I'll show you how I did, so I'll video tonight how I do the last big step in my bread making. I'll make sure to video it all, and then I'll share it tomorrow. But I am going to actually end this vlog right now because my kids are still sleeping and I really need to catch up on a few things, and videoing is just not going to be happening, and I also still have to edit and all that kind of stuff, so I need to just be done for today. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know how you thought about what do you think of sourdough? Would you ever try it, and was it easy enough? Do you think you could do it? I'd love to know in the comment section down below, and let me know if you've been enjoying Vlogmas so far. I would love to know anything Christmassy you want to share too. But yeah, talk to me in the comments. I love having comments and being able to talk to you guys and put a face to my watchers and all that kind of stuff. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Have a great one. Bye.